What is up, guys? My name is Jack O'Brien and welcome back to Interest Things. The world's largest science experiment is currently underway as people across the globe are connecting in order to test Einstein's theory of local realism. Participants will be testing local realism by playing many different online games. Local realism is an idea of Einstein's that says that objects have pre-existing value. Quantum mechanics and Einstein's idea of local realism currently do not get along, as in quantum mechanics, nothing has any values until it is measured. This experiment will have over 30,000 participants and will be putting local realism to the test. I'll post a link down below if any of you guys want to get involved with this global experiment. India has just completed building the world's largest solar power plant. This power plant will take up to 4 square miles and contains over 2.5 million individual solar panels. India is the world's third largest solar market behind China and the United States, and solar production is expected to increase in India in the coming years. Donald Trump has currently been making news everywhere due to his nominees for his cabinet. But the one nominee that seems to be turning the heads of many Democrats and environmentalists alike is the EPA nominee, Scott Pruitt. He is particularly dangerous to the environment, even though he might be the head of the Environmental Protection Agency, which is kind of an ironic situation because he's supposed to be the one helping the environment here. Some of the ways in which Democrats are worried by Pruitt is that he does not support the Clean Power Plan and also does not seem to want to fight climate change. Democrats worry that he might turn a blind eye to environmental damage in the interest of business and potentially might repeal environmental acts put in place by Obama. While Pruitt looks to be an issue for climate change, Donald Trump might just be reconsidering the Paris Agreement. While there is no way to assume what Trump is thinking, we can assume that he's not sure either. Trump stated that he has a totally open mind, which is much better than what he had said during his campaign. Trump has been changing his views on many issues recently, and this is likely due to the influence of many world leaders on him. This is a good thing to see, as many nations have accepted Trump's victory and are now coming to his aid to tell him what being the leader of a world power really entails. With hope, Trump will come to the consensus that climate change is real regardless of who caused it. And the evidence continues to become more indisputable. During winter months, sea ice generally expands. This is because it is during the Arctic winter and the sun will not rise until the spring. During this time, the ice that had melted during the spring and fall is now beginning to freeze back up, preparing for the spring again. However, this sea ice is currently melting when it's supposed to be freezing. This is a huge red flag, and not only is it a dead-ass sign of climate change, but in addition, if the sea ice does not freeze back in time, once spring rolls around, the situation will get worse and the Arctic might soon become totally melted. But on the bright side, if the world does flood, at least Jet Capsule has released their new floating home. This is essentially a floating home that is able to generate its own electricity using solar, wind, and water turbine energy. This home is currently estimated to cost around $200,000, which is not too insane when talking about a home that is also a yacht. I mean, that's a 2-in-1 there. This home is called the UFO 2.0 and includes living spaces as well as observation spaces below. Jet Capsule is currently on Kickstarter, so be sure to get your floating home before the Arctic melts. Along with India's ambitious power plans, Morocco has a plan to build a solar power plant that would be able to power both North Africa and Europe. This plant looks to be even larger than India's current one, and Morocco plans to receive over 50% of their electricity from solar energy by 2030. In addition to Morocco benefiting from this, much of the solar energy captured by this power plant will then be given to Europe, as the UN significantly contributed to the development of this solar power plant. And finally, as 2016 comes to a close, SpaceX will be relaunching Falcon 9, which has not been relaunched since the explosion in September. SpaceX is set for a December 16th fly date before 2017, as promised. SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has stated that helium tanks in the rocket could have been what caused this explosion. But the explosion is still under investigation by the FAA, NASA, and the US Air Force. SpaceX relaunching this December will be significant for the company, as no one else has been pursuing space travel with as rigorous of a schedule as SpaceX. What do you guys think? Do you think that the Arctic is really about to begin melting much more than it had in the past? Do you think SpaceX should relaunch the Falcon 9 before 2017? And how about Trump's EPA nominee? I mean, this guy doesn't even believe in climate change. Even Trump's starting to change his mind. What do you guys think's gonna happen? Be sure to let me know in the comments down below. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys next time.